Yusuf, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you so much.
As a radio station, this would be one of the stories you would have been covering since yesterday. What did you pick up at what point, and how have you been reporting on this story?
Well, as we indicated earlier on in your intro, we woke up yesterday, the early hours of yesterday, 29th of this month, 2023, to the invasion of military personnel in the district and the Timpane district as well. They started in the Timpane district where they beat up persons in the Ogre area. From there, they descended to the Garu area. They enter into homes, bring people from their bedrooms onto the streets, and beat them up. They started from 2 a.m. all the way to 6 a.m. And the injured persons were rushed to the various hospitals like Quality Emergency Center here. They also sent them to the Presby Health Center, which is under Chak, and the Rabito Hospital.
Now, did they target people whose homes they went to, or they were simply moving around the community, beating up people? And what was the nature of the assault on the people?
They were beating each and every man they come across, and they're targeting the men. But it appears they have the list they are working with. Well, they will ask you, do you know this person? They will mention that person, and do you know this person? But any man they come across, they beat, they walk into homes, they ask the women to bring their husbands. Those who pick up the signal earlier on, they run away from home. But those who were still at home, they bring you out to the street, beat you, pour water, clear water on you to cool you down, and then they will continue with the beating. Basically, a lot of people received beatings, people were injured.
What kind of beatings? So were they using their hands? Were they using some kind of weapon or lashes or belts?
They were using sticks, and sometimes they used the back of their weapons to hit them.
And they are uniformed people. They were wearing military uniforms.
Fully armed, uniformed military officers.
They had vehicles in town?
Yes, 3 armored vehicles, I'm told, and 2 Kia Rano vehicles and a Land Cruiser leading them.
There was also information that there was a helicopter in town, a chopper. Is that something you can authenticate?
The helicopter came around and turned, and we understand it went and landed at their camp in Baswa.
So they were beating people. Do we have numbers about how many people were there? And I mean the soldiers.
My understanding indicated there were about 200 and something.
So they did this from dawn of yesterday up to what time? When did they eventually disperse? And what did they see before they left?
They left the district around 6:30, heading towards 7.
When they were leaving, did they go with anybody or did they arrest anybody?
They picked up 18 in Dogre, some in Garu here. But later in the course of the evening, we were told they released 8 and took the rest to Accra.
Now, these people they arrested, we are told there's a history to this. There was something that happened in your town on 24th of this month. What is that story?
Basically, on the 24th of this month, 2023, a vehicle, a black Land Cruiser vehicle was spotted in town and moving right, left, center in the district, especially in the center business district of the area. So the youth, because of the place being volatile, the youth are not comfortable, or they were not comfortable with the movement of the vehicle. And more to the point, the national security campaign, see something, say something, they began monitoring the movement of the vehicle at some point. And they decided to approach them to find out their identity. It appears the officers were not willing to disclose their identity, so they accosted them to the police station in order for the police outfit to take their statement, and possibly their identity will be known. And when they got to the police station, we don't actually know what happened. The vehicle was damaged. Part of some of the tires were damaged. And my understanding this afternoon indicated that a component of the vehicle was damaged, which is costing over $250,000. That could be the reason why they came into revenge. And those they beat, when you ask them, anytime they lash you, they'll ask you, do you know the cost of the vehicle? When they lashed, they asked, do you know the cost of the vehicle? These were what they were telling the persons who received the beatings from them.
So this vehicle is it a special vehicle or is it just a regular vehicle?
It's a normal V8 vehicle, black in color. But my understanding is that it's one in town or it's one in Ghana so far that the national security is using.
And they said a part of it has been destroyed, which cost so much, and for which reason they came back to attack the people.
Yes.
Now, this vehicle was destroyed. Was it, well, or part of it was destroyed? Was a distraction at the police station or in the community?
It was at the police station.
I see. So that vehicle is still at the police station or has been moved away?
No, the military came in that very morning, told the vehicle to a safer ground. We don't know where they sent it, but they told the vehicle for that very moment.
I see. So what is the next step? What are community people saying, and what was the general reaction following what happened?
Well, there's a lot of anxiety among the youth, especially the men, because my understanding is that last night, most of the men ran to their villages, outskirts of town, in order to avoid the beatings some received yesterday, the early hours of yesterday. And later yesterday, the paramount chief of the area, Naba Asigri Abdullah Ozoka, sent a delegation to town to calmness and also to assure them that he's speaking to the authorities to ensure that they withdraw the military and no military officer will return here to touch a soul. And later this afternoon, to the regional minister of the area, Honorable Siri Yakubu, visited the chief of the area to also assure him that nothing will happen, nothing of that nature will happen again. And also he donated an amount of 10,000 Ghana cedis, I'm told, and one of the parliamentary aspirants in the Timpani constituency, Alhaji Bashir, also donated 10,000 Ghana cedis to support the victims who received the beatings from the military officers. So he also assured the residents that they won't come again, and he has moved to the Timpani area to also sympathize with them.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, Yusuf.
You too.
That's Yusuf Abdul Rahman. He works with Quality